James will move over to where to go for program breakouts. So first, I'm Raven. I work in volunteer services. Like I said that at the beginning, but there are a lot of names. So just wanted to direct your attention while you're sort of getting back into the zone of things to our regional and national resources. So Hillary mentioned earlier that we do have them. We have, this is sort of the regional stuff that we'll cover. I'm going to actually walk through it in Volunteer Connections. You can see it live. Paul Robillard is generously allowing me to impersonate him because I don't have access to the things that you have access to. So what we have in the region, and what you'll find in the group share are PowerPoint presentations, information about our HR team, and contact information for other CVLs and the like. So I'm going to do something really snazzy here, and this is going to switch to my computer. Hopefully. Maybe. Yeah. Yes. Ha! Oh, there it is. Okay, so I'm Paul. I'm on his profile page. So it says, "Hi, Paul."
Well, now I understand. All right.
He didn't know what he agreed to.
So this is where we do things like add hours. So right at the front and center of this page, we ask you to add your CVL hours. And the reason we do this is because we really want to get a sense of how long it is taking you to do the work that you're doing on behalf of the Red Cross. And also when you're pitching it to other people, you can give them a realistic expectation of what the job entails. We do have a mobile app that you can easily log your hours as well. Volunteer Connection app is super simple, and it's really great for looking up other people, other volunteers, and for logging your hours. So at the top here, you'll see several different tabs. I'm not going to go through them all right now, but we have regional resources in my chapter, national resources in my NHQ, and in my groups. If you scroll down, you'll see CVL, Community Volunteer Leaders. If you click on that, you will see your group share. We call it the group share. You might call it a group page. And to the right, you'll see where it says leaders. It looks like all of you are leaders, which is great in the way that it means that you can all add content to this page and share it.
Just because so this is something I'd explain. You're all, the entire region, all the CVLs are in there. I'm the one posting these calendar things for things I need help on. You are not, if you live in Western Mass, I'm not expecting you to go to an event in Falmouth or whatever, but it's a central calendar for all of you, and I understand that, so please don't feel guilty. I just make them aware of it, and then the people who live in the area or can't get there. So I'm using it for that, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So as Hillary pointed out, this is a calendar where you can post opportunities and where we have things available that you might want to attend. And just because you're not necessarily obligated to go, you are welcome to go to events on the Cape and throughout the state. We also wanted to direct your attention to the files. So files are where we keep all of your resources and presentations and materials that we develop here in the region. So we have two distinct buckets here: presentations and HR documents. The HR documents is volunteer issue resolution, information, and such. But if you click on the presentations, you'll see, there's already our resources from today loaded into here, so you can have access to everything that we are covering today, including the massive slide deck that we're sharing throughout the day. We have presentations to external groups, which we update and which you have access to if you are presenting, and training materials for you in this group share as well.
Can CVLs upload their own presentations, or does it take an admin to do that?
It takes a leader to do that. So yes.
And they're all leaders.
Cool. And they're all leaders.
Is this just Massachusetts?
Yes.
This
So
is
we
just
can't have
Massachusetts.
access to that.
But I will connect with your team.
You'll connect with us.
About this. Yeah.
Through how?
Through Nicole.
Through Nicole. I'll connect with Nicole on this.
Okay.
Okay. So I think somebody alluded earlier up here to this connect to the exchange button right here in the top right hand corner. This is where you'll find national resources.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna do that now, and it's going to hopefully do it for me. Haha, it did. Although it says hello Raven, which means it knows it's me. If if I put in CVL, then I get everything that pertains to CVLs that's being developed by National. And the thing that I'd like to direct you to is the Community Volunteer Leaders Toolkit. And these slides are actually part of the larger deck as well, so you don't have to memorize what I'm telling you now. They are included. And this is where you'll find resources for community volunteer leaders. So these are resources that are developed by National, and which Gary alluded to earlier as having direct access to. So I believe that's my volunteer connection overview. Does anyone have any questions? Yes,
Would you
sir.
go back to the group share, please?
Yes, sir.
On the administrative actions menu, which is, on the right there, I want to point out to you all exactly what Raven has highlighted. Paul is not yet subscribed to nightly updates, so when there are new files added, he doesn't know about it.
Oh.
But if you go to your group share and sign up for nightly updates, even if there isn't a news announcement that gets mailed to you, the next day, a digest of all the changes to the group share will be sent to you, so you'll know what's going on.
It's a nice
Thank
short
you,
email,
John.
it's a very short email,
You know,
Very good, thank you, John.
We're
It's
down.
nice.
What does it say? Click here
You
to
lost it.
Yeah, are you going to subscribe, Paul, to the?
Yes.
Well, if Paul would like me to
Sign me
do
up.
that, I will.
Because he already does it for board, so you are a member, if you're a board member and a CVL, you're a member of CVL and board, and they're separate groups.
But I believe it's the same nightly update, right?
No,
You
not at all.
subscribe to every group differently.
Exactly.
So if a board member wanted to have access to this, they would need to be kind of double-hatted in Volunteer Connection as both, as a CVL.
All the board members
Correct.
are in here, in the CVL group. They really are, they got added.
Maybe your chapter board?
No.
Surprise. See me
All
right
that,
there.
because people say, yeah, I can't make it, I'm like, yeah.
Oh, I see Lauren Baker there.
Yeah.
See me there.
They added all the boards.
We correlated the groups, so the boards have access to the CVL information as well.
Oh, it's already
It's
there.
already there.
It's already
Yeah, so
happening.
you
Look
can
at
click on
that.
subscribe.
You can also email the whole group this way as well. If you wanted to message all CPLs and board members, this is a way to do that.
Did you sign me up?
Yeah,
did.
Yeah, click here.
See, now it
Yes,
says click here to
you're
unsubscribe.
I thought I was, there's a disaster update. I thought I was,
Yeah.
I get that. Well, I don't get it all the time.
Yeah.
Go back to
Each
his
group you're a
hours, they
member
can
of.
put him in for some hours for staying.
Alright, I can do that.
Hey Raven,
Yes.
so one of the things that Gary had recommended, everyone get a Red Cross address. How does one do that? Is that through here, or do you talk to your executive director or your staff partner?
Right, you talk to your executive director, they will put in the request to IT.
Very fast.
It's very simple.
Straight enough.
IDs too.
Oh, IDs,
And IDs.
that's something different though, right?
That's different. You can request your own ID actually.
Under volunteer services forms,
Yeah.
Volunteer,
I
I'm
need
sure
that
it
request
changes.
form on the bottom, I need that request. Yep. Yep.
So
So you get an item badge request and you could say community volunteer leader.
You can fill it out on behalf of yourself.
Your name, okay.
You fill this out and submit the request. Business cards. That is also a executive director conversation.
And if you get your redcross.org email ID, you can update Volunteer Connection so that your notifications are coming to that email ID in addition to your personal ID if you wish. Instead of.
Yes, you can have it, if you list it as whatever you list as your primary email in Volunteer Connection is where you will get your updates.
So you could get a redcross.org email address through your ED, and then you can choose whether the alerts are coming to your personal ID or to your Red Cross ID. But you always want to check your inbox on your Red Cross ID in case you're getting communications from potential people. That's the
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we talked about with the, so they tell me how they want me to communicate. But if you're feeling overwhelmed with Red Cross information, you can't switch the Volunteer Connection one to the redcross.org one, then all Red Cross information is except for me.
And you
What
can also
tab
go
did
into
you use?
Outlook and link your personal to your Red Cross, which is what I did.
And my chapter,
My chapter.
volunteer services forms. Okay, so if you go to the exchange, someone wanted me to show you this. If you go to the exchange to tools,
And what are you showing right now?
how to get a
This
Red
is our
Cross email.
How to get a red cross? Okay.
Then you would go to the IT customer portal, anything IT, there you go. Help yourself, and then you put in exactly what you need. Whether you're reporting an issue, or if you wanna order something like a new email. And then you have what you have over here that you need to review and approve. So, those are the different.
And there's a chat function. So I think this is
Oh, there
important
is,
too, because if you have access to IT to support you, you can ask your ED, of course, but you have the ability to go in as a Red Cross volunteer and get IT support like any paid volunteer, like any paid employee, staff member, etc. So you have access to this resource as well.
And I always chat them. I don't know about you, but this is the best way to get through IT, and it's easier than calling, and it's faster than emailing. Generally, they will create the ticket number for you. They'll do the whole case. You can do it right there in real time, and it's super easy to chat IT down.
And they're mostly volunteers too, so be nice.
Thank you.
And so is this under your ID or Paul's right now?
This is under mine right now.
And so, okay, so this is how you would request an email address for yourself. If you click on, I need something, okay.
Yes,
But I think you need
I
some
believe
type
it-
of managerial.
I think you have to be your manager would have to do the email for you.
Oh, okay.
But because what you're asking is that an account be created for you, which would give you access to our SharePoint sites, any of our shared stuff that I don't really use, like Yammer and other things, as well as the Red Cross email
But
address.
yeah, so when you go to accounts non-employee, I think you need a manager to approve it, so again, it takes 30 seconds, so
Yeah, it's very easy.
we're happy to do it for you.
Okay, so we're gonna go back and add some hours for Paul.
I have one. Yeah, Paul.
Okay, we're gonna go back to Paul.
Might
I'm
be-
gonna go down here to add hours. Super easy. Add some hours. Today,
This
how
is
many
Paul.
hours are we adding?
I'd give him 6.
Or at least 8.
Plus travel time.
Plus travel time, so it's
8,
10,
10?
10?
because we're 2 hours.
There's your 10 for the month.
Let's do this every month.
He's done.
Take the rest of the month off, make it.
Okay, the hours type is always worked. We don't do on-call or general availability. So if you are adding hours, please add them as worked hours,
You know,
not for CVLs, no.
you're either working or you're not.
You're either working or you're not.
Either working or sleeping.
For the position, make sure you accredit it to the correct position, so we're gonna have to say CVL. And then submit hours, and that's it, that's all you do.
So Raven, from earlier, there were a couple of requests for information. I'm wondering if there's any way you could show us that they are there. So one was the FAQs on blood, on our own changes in our own region. Is there an FAQ statement on blood changes in our region?
There's a press release.
So can you show us where that might be? Is that?
It's not shared there, so what we can do is we can take the resources requested here and upload them where Raven just showed you, so everything's in one place.
Yeah, we can add them to the group share.
Okay, great. I just want to make sure we caught anything.
Would that also, because one of them was coordinate with other CVLs in your geographic regions? The problem is there are a whole bunch of people there, but if you knew the names, then all their contact information is there, so they could look up, like you
Want
could,
to
you
do
met
the
Bob and
directory
Amy, you
function?
can, look
Yeah.
up Bob and Amy.
Yeah, and actually, yeah, the point about using local board to support activities, skills, knowledge, how to leverage them. In the leader list, in the group share, does that help CVLs figure out skills or knowledge from among leaders that maybe they could leverage?
Currently impersonating Sean.
Yeah, she's back to impersonating. Yeah.
He's got a really, yeah, click on directory. And no, it's very directory.
No, under administrative.
Oh, that's interesting how she did that.
Sorry, what are you trying to do?
Directory.
This point up here, using local board to support activities, how to leverage them. I was just wondering, you know, if somebody's wondering what skills or knowledge might exist for a certain board member, I'm just thinking out loud here. If there's a way for the leader list to direct a CVL to a person they could leverage.
Yep, so this directory function here shows you the name of every board member and every CVL in the region. So you can go through and so if you scroll down right here, so Patty is the first one. You can see that she holds the position of a CVL in Hillary's area. If you scroll down, you see that Kate Alexander is a board member in Central Mass. So you can see the positions of everybody in this group. So if you want to network with someone, ask a question, you can go to this directory and you can send them an email directly from here. Does that answer that question?
Yeah.
And if you don't like this interface, you can download it as a spreadsheet and
Yep,
whichever
that's true, yeah.
spreadsheet program you like best to use.
Look, the first link.
And also, if you're interested in just getting more information about chapter board members across the state, if you go onto the Red Cross Massachusetts website, there are bios. So here it just says they're board member, but you can go in and you can see where they work, what their background is. We are in the process of updating that with our FY20 board members. So right now it's not 100% accurate, but it's 90% accurate, and it's a good place to start. So that will just give you a little bit more information to pull from for your respective chapter.
Oh, hold on, I just moved. So you can do that just by,
Click on their name.
oh, but you could sort it then by?
Yep, that's how you filter. If you're looking for a specific chapter,
I
specific
never do
zip
that.
code, you can filter
But I-
using that section.
Okay, when I post something though, it goes to everybody, right?
Yeah.
I can't, okay, sorry.
I think Gary said, I love that phrase, I never knew that, right?
Yeah, no, I know.
So we're at time.